My name is Onisha Cochran, and I was that person that was on the streets in Portland in 2001, snatching people's purses. I started doing crack cocaine at the age of 13. We have a poster board up here where we wrote down the names of people we've lost. My mother and my father are on there. They died to the disease of addiction. Our people are dying. A good friend that I was friend with for about 17 years died on Monday from an overdose. Like, no matter what I went through, even though I did 15 years in prison, even though I suffered through homelessness and prostitution, because I went to treatment, I tried to get help in prison, and because of my attitude and the way that I was brought up and what was role model for me with two parents in the disease of addiction, living on the streets my whole life, being in the penitentiary, nobody gave me manners. You know, I didn't know pro-social skills. So when I went to the treatment center, they had all these rules, and they said, this is what we need you to be. But I had never seen that. So by the grace of God, I got kicked out of all those places, and I met people that were my peer support. And those peer support people like Janie, who gave me my first job and allowed me to be a peer mentor at OHSU, allowed me to go to Kaiser and get paid because now they want a program like the one I used to work at OHSU. To go on to get my associate's degree, going to get my bachelor's degree. And now I'm the program supervisor of the Diane Wade House, my old parole officer who passed away and used to come in and bring the African American program into the penitentiary. I want to thank you, Deborah, Chair Kafori, and the commissioners, and for taking recovery seriously. Like, I'm very passionate about this. I never in a million years thought I'd be a part of government, a part of pleading out to you guys and getting into politics. But I want you to know, people like me can change. I'm a living witness. Like, I love the people I serve. I know they can change, and I can show them how to do it because I lived through it in a major way. And that's all we're here to do today, to thank y'all and to tell y'all stories to let y'all know this stuff really works. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Tony Vesnon. I'm a person in long-term recovery, and for me, that means I haven't robbed nobody, no purses, stole nothing from Safeway, shot no heroin, smoked no crack in over 6 years, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah!
You know, first and foremost, I would just like to thank Multnomah County for investing into recovery and celebrating Recovery Month. So, you know, I think that society at large spends a lot of time talking about the problem. I mean, look in the media, right? We talk about the problem, you know, the after effects of addiction, you know, the negative things about addiction. I don't think we spend enough time talking about recovery. Even in the academic world, we spend a lot of time talking about like the epidemiology of addiction. I'm focused on, you know, what are the consequences of recovery? What does it look like when people recover? And I think it's important that we have all these people here today celebrating recovery. I would like to take one moment to send a special thanks and recognition to Anthony Jordan and Lindsay Stover. So they've come in, and from the nonprofit sector, they have been super supportive in helping us with technical assistance. And I feel like they've been inundated with a lot of work, and I just wanted to highlight that I feel they are working double, triple overtime, even though Anthony's in Africa enjoying himself. I know he's been working really hard, and I think it's important to highlight that. Up on your desk, I gave you another invitation for the Walk for Recovery. I'd love to see you guys there. There's something of a recovery movement building in Oregon. I think it's wonderful and fantastic because, you know, recovery is powerful. So if you're in recovery here today, would you stand up for me right now? So, you know, when people find recovery, we stay standing. When people find recovery, they get their kids back. I got my kids back. You feel me? When people get into recovery, they find jobs. They go to college. They start nonprofits, and they become community leaders. And I see a bunch of community leaders here today. Thank you guys so much for showing up.
Thank you.
So a lot of people couldn't come today. And on behalf of everyone who couldn't be here, 4D brought you a card to show our appreciation. Will you bring it up? And so these are people in recovery who signed this board with their clean date, who appreciate the investment into recovery support services and the continuum of care that Multnomah County is building, which in my opinion is a model that can be looked to across the nation and across Oregon. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.